the best time of the week. Time to listen to the Three Brothers. Forget your garlic and your leeks and listen to the Three Brothers. It's fat-free, sugar-free, dairy-free, soy-free, and free from gluten and priestcraft too. If you click this accidentally, stick around. You might learn a thing or two. Chuck on a shirt, tie and shorts, and crack yourself a brew without any further ado. We are coming at you. Three brothers, juxtapositions, and midnight ramblings for sure. Three brothers, don't forget you get what you pay for. Three brothers, so come on down, don't even worry about it anymore. Three brothers.
Hello and welcome once again, brothers and sisters, to this week's podcast. It's time for your favorite
Brothers.
reunited once again at last after a little hiatus overseas. Thanks for joining us again this week, or if you were accidentally clicked on this link, we hope you stick around. So welcome.
We
It's a
do.
pleasure to be here. Tis a pleasure.
They have no idea
Um,
how hard it was to get us together again. Well, we're here.
It's only nearly 11 p.m. So it's, we made it. We made it.
Yeah, no comment.
A day late, a dollar short.
Yep. We're not here to mess with
Alright.
spiders. Anyway, let's get down to this week's follow-up.
Follow up. How did we do from me to you? I wanna follow up. Yeah.
I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Oh yeah, it's there now.
Okay. Okay. All right. Welcome. Follow this week. So funny, man. All right. I have been away this week. Now, for all of those in Aussie land, General Conference weekend is actually this weekend. We watch it traditionally the week after. That's our Saturday, Sunday activities. So, and I've been away this week overseas, so I haven't begun the look yet. However, for those of you that have been around and have been able to watch General Conference, how did you go for this week's follow-up? Did you watch General Conference? How did we do, team? How do we do, squad?
Yeah. Well, okay, I'll go first. Yeah, good. I have watched all of it, which is I don't think it's an amazing feat. I think it's it's I watched Saturday morning session live, which is at midnight our time, so that was good. And I've just squeezed the other sessions in through the week, and that was great. I haven't really talked about this with anyone, but did you guys? Well, Ammon won't know yet, but do you feel a difference with the lack of like with only 4 sessions? Kind of really noticed it for some, like I'd kill for a priesthood session.
I've
Oh.
noticed a lack since the priesthood session has changed, but that's
Yeah,
just
I'd
me.
I'd kill for honestly. I don't know if I ever would have expected to say, "Hey, I need more conference," but I'd kill for a priesthood session. I don't know. I got through the 4 sessions and I was like, "Oh, onto the 5th," and I was like, "Oh, there's not," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm done." That's crazy. So I noticed that. But yeah, no, it's good. It's good to have gone through conference, and so it's funny because we get this Sunday off. It's like the only time that you ever get a Sunday where there's no church. You know what I mean? Like I don't, because in America you wouldn't even ever have that because you watch conference. So in Australia we get a Sunday where there's no church, which is kind of funny. And then just like general follow-up for the week or whatever. I won't rehash too much because I pretty much did everything that I said I was going to do last week, which was we had Easter, which was cool. had general conference, which was cool, and my daughter's first birthday, which was really cute. And aside from that, that was pretty much it. But yeah, good, solid week.
I watched the general
Yep.
conference as well. All the Joseph's boys were there. We were watching it together as well.
Commenting
Um,
live.
Commenting live. There is a I would say as well, not just the lack of the preseason session. I would say this group specifically in the last 5 to 6 years has built a muscle up of being able to at least put up with me for like 4 hours at a time, even on 2 times speed. And so like we'll watch a video of the redemption of Zion, a video that's 4 hours long on 2 times speed, that's 2 hours. So we'll spend 2 hours on just a redemption of Zion video, and then conference is like 2 hours. And you have people standing up, people sitting down, and these short little kind of talks where you're like, oh, oh, that's cool. I wonder if he or she's gonna get into something like this or something deep, and then it's like, amen. And you're like, what the heck? And then you get
Mm.
to like, President Oaks, and President Oaks is just like, and of that I testify.
Yeah, his talks were
And then he just walks off. He
short. Every one was short as. Yeah.
doesn't even say amen. Doesn't
Yeah.
even bother to drop an amen. Just of that I testify. And he's gone. That's it. He
Yeah.
just like,
Mic drop and walk away.
Yeah.
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 Everyone's like, what just happened?
Yeah.
I don't know what's
I looked
going
that up,
on.
by the way. I looked that up, because the talks are now available in the LDS Gospel Library app, and there is an amen on the end of his talk. So I don't know what happened there,
just said,
but he's like,
"Screw
I'm
it."
not saying it. See you later.
Dude, it was so funny. Of that I testify, and it didn't even seem like the end of his talk, and it was just like
Yeah.
he just walks off, and we're like,
Yeah.
something happened.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah.
Something happened. So yeah, the other thing that happened, I guess, in my life that could be said is that people are following along with the old in vitro thing. There was an ultrasound, and there is a bean with a heartbeat, so there is something there. So
I didn't know that.
Awesome.
You didn't mention
That's
this.
amazing. Yeah, I didn't know that either, and that's amazing.
That's great. That's great. Really happy for you guys. That's great news.
And
That's awesome.
unlike everyone else, unlike everyone else in the entire planet, there's already a name picked out. So people are always like, "Oh, we have to wait till it's like, dude, we have a list of names. Like, the problem is kids. That's
We got too many names, not enough kids.
that's the problem here. We got the kids or the names. We don't have the kids. So yeah, so
Oh, that's funny. No, that's really good. That warms the cockles of me heart. That does.
Mhm.
That's really nice. That's great to hear.
And I think just from a conference perspective, I think it is a big feat to start watching a conference session from midnight live, number one, and then to have got through all the sessions in a week before we actually supposed to watch them with our designated time in Australia. So number one, I think that's awesome. And then number two, for Micah, you did a pre and post conference video, which is massive. So to like be so well prepared for conference that you're talking about what you've experienced the past 6 months, what you anticipate you're going to hear, talking about it, preparing yourself spiritually and others is massive. And then to go through it and then go and do another couple hours breakdown post conference, that level of commitment is insane. There's not many people out there that have that level of commitment to the gospel, and it is inspiring, and it makes me, and I'm sure many other people, more interested in trying to squeeze more out of general conference. And that's really appreciated in these days and ages where I'm a little bit jaded by what I hear, because it's all a little bit white rice.
Milky. Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. It's all
Milky.
It's all a bit milky. It's all a little bit feels a little bit lackluster, to be honest. So for people to have those kinds of commitments and just be like, hey, let's watch conference, let's do this, let's try and get her done, let's be prepared for it. That means something to me. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. I'd be curious to know, people in the comments, like especially anyone who's from not America. I'd be curious to know if people have already watched conference before their weekend is due. I assume other countries are the same. So if you're in Australia or anywhere else, I'd be curious if you've already watched conference before the weekend to watch conference comes. We had the missionaries over for dinner tonight, and I know they haven't. Like, I guess they don't get time to, so they do watch it on the Saturday and the Sunday at the chapel. Like, they get it set up and they watch it on a TV or a computer or whatever at the chapel at the normal time. So, but I'm curious how many other people do it. And just another point like that Micah was making before, at least I think this was Micah's point. Isn't it interesting? And I didn't really think of this till right now, until Micah said this, but isn't it interesting how conference feels because of podcasting and long form media, long form content? Conference feels like short form media now, like feels like short form content, which is bizarre because conference, especially as a kid growing up and stuff, conference was like, this is so long, this is so long. Now
Long.
conference is like, yeah, now it's like, it's
For different
short form.
generations, though, I feel like the millennials have really just eaten up the long form. Like, not to be generational, but we love the long form. The millennials love it. And I feel like the Gen Z, on the other hand, is this battle of like TikTok, really short clips, really short attention spans.
Oh, yeah.
So it's fascinating because like General Conference is feeling shorter and shorter, and now they're making Sunday School 25 minutes. And so like there's this like, can we dumb things down and make things short enough that these kids can like handle it? Because they're just like starting to shake and they're like, where's my tablet? And but like
For real, dude.
but the freaking millennials are like, where was anything? Like that feel like we just started. Let's talk about this for another hour. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
that's just a bizarre thing to feel now, to realize, to feel like I never would have expected that to be the case. Yeah. Things have changed.
You've changed, man.
you've
Good.
changed, man.
Good, and I'll watch it.
And I will watch it.
I will watch it.
All right.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And on that line of thinking, while we're
We've
still talking,
got to rent. Yeah, we've got to rent. Oh, it's the rent of the week. Yeah.
The yeah-yes.
excellent. This is speaking of the pre-conference, this is it. This is the rant of the week. There is no rant. There is no rant of the week. Like, guys, no more ranting. It's just we need to love. Love harder.
Yeah.
Love more.
Yeah, we got to love.
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 Oh.
That kid's running through the kitchen with the knife. Love. Yeah. That kid's running through setting fires. You know what we gotta do. We gotta. Yeah.
Love.
And that's it. That's love. That's all. That's all I got. That's all I got. So I don't know how accurate. I don't know how on point the whole. We just gotta love. I guess people can judge for themselves. That was the big thing in the pre-conference. I guess people can judge for themselves how much that played out in the old conference weekend. But here it is. That's it.
Yep.
That's the end of my rap. Do any of you two have anything you want to say about love?
It was a theme. It was and you know what? Like, to be real, there should be more
Go
love,
on.
right? There should be more love. But
2.7 seconds. That's all we got. That's
moving on. No, yeah, like I mean, obviously, I mean, love, charity, pure love of Christ. There should be more love. I've been thinking about that myself lately. I'm like, charity is something I think I always need to work on. So, in general, I think having that as a focus is good. I think it was heavily focused on at conference. What else do I want to say? Not really anything else. I mean, like we already said, conference feels milky and good and bad. Probably more bad for us. The problem is we're always hanging on and holding our breath for something to sink my teeth into and really chomp on. And I think as Ammon said, jaded, right? Becoming more and more jaded, and the expectation is less and less and less expecting that to even happen. So I don't even know, to be honest. I just don't know that anything that we ever are hoping to hear will ever come through conference. I just don't know that it will ever be the case. So anyway, love's good, love's fine, love is grand, love is dandy. Um, just love. I don't know. Yeah,
Love
I
is
don't know.
good. Um, I'll say something now that obviously I haven't seen the conference, but it if it is as I expect it will be, my only concern with constantly throwing out the buzzword of love is that people will take the message potentially differently to that which has been intended. Because a lot of people these days, just from my general interactions with people on the internet and in real life constantly, is that when people use the word love, what they're trying to do is use it as a form of complacency or acceptance of what is. So don't change, just allow what is to be what it is. And it's almost like a call to do nothing. It's like a call to allow things to be the way they are. Don't force change. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the world teaches that um, love means be whatever you want, do whatever you want, be
Love is
with
love.
whoever you want for any reason that you want. And
Yeah.
that's
we
not,
need to accept
yeah,
it.
and
Love is
that's not
also the
love.
acceptance of that. Yeah.
It's the acceptance. So it's the complacency and it's the acceptance and it's the
Yeah.
pacificity towards anything. And I think when we start really heavily throwing that around in the church, unfortunately, what the people hear at conference and what the people hear in the message is, oh, it's the same message I'm getting from the world. Just accept everything and just accept everyone. And if I don't accept everything and everyone, that means I'm not loving them. But that's not actually the message of love from the Savior. The message of love from the Savior is here I am. I want you to be like me. And true love is to have the love that I have and to be like me, which means you must change and they must change. And the only way you can do it is you need to help them do it. You need to help them change. You need to be the light on the hill. You need to be the salt of the earth. You need to be the right. Every single thing was about not being what you are, but becoming more like Jesus. So the thing that worries me in potentially when I see this, a general conference full of love, 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 is that the message of actual love gets whitewashed to the point where people only take away, I just need to accept everyone and everything. And if anyone ever tries to say, hey, we need to change or we need to do this or whatever, I can just yell love, and that's a
Mm,
shutdown because
mm,
we're
mm,
just
mm.
told to love. So I'm just worried that the message of the true love of Jesus Christ and true charity is being whitewashed by the English word love because the world teaches that it means to do nothing, accept everything, be a pacifist, and don't change.
Yeah, the idea that love trumps all at the expense of morality or, proper judgment and things like that. Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
That's the concern.
Yep. Because we would all agree the world needs more of the real love of Jesus Christ, and including us, like we do. And
Yeah.
what does that actually mean? It means that we actually need to step out of our shells a little bit more and help people change more, which is completely the opposite of what the world is teaching that we need to do when we love somebody.
Yeah. Gotta help people change and become more like Christ. Speaking of which, the old helping people change and get things better and blah blah blah. The old stick of priestcraft bailed again. So I don't know if you just a little update there on Ammon there. He commented and then bailed. So yeah, little
Oh,
little
okay.
update there. So that's what love means, folks. That's what it means. So when you see these little blood sucking vampires, people love, love more, love more.
Just love. Just
Let them
love it.
do. Let them do what they want to do. Cut ya, burn your curtains
Yeah.
down. Just love them.
Just love 'em.
Come in to swipe some content. Take what they need. Get the heck out of there. Yeah,
Yeah.
very good. All right, good rants.
Comment, comment, comment of the week. Yeah, la, yeah. Yay!
La la, yay!
Oh man.
Oh. Wow. Hard to beat that. Cody, this is a great comment. As soon as he made this comment, I tagged Ashley and was like, "At Ashley, comment of the week." This one's
Nice.
so good, Corey. Here, thank you for sharing this. So he says here, I guess I'll just read it. For the last month, I've been really prompted to read Doctrine and Covenants 101, study the parable of the servant and the vineyard, or the parable of the nobleman and his olive trees. I kept landing on the question, why was the tower not built? What a good question, Corey. And that question kept coming to me over and over and over. I landed on my own personal revelation and thoughts about that, and it really brought new things to light for me. And then the other day, I decided I was going to continue listening to Micah talking about understanding Jeremiah. He started emphasizing and talking about the same parable and the importance of why the tower was never built. It's pretty cool to know that your promptings and the answers you receive are validated by other followers of Jesus Christ and those that are studying the scriptures. It is awesome and funny to see that when you are on the right path and listen. Right path and you're listening. Keep up the good work.
Yeah.
What
Nice.
a great comment here.
Great comment.
Showcases exactly what we want to facilitate. We're not here to take over your study. We're not here to. We're here to augment it. We're here to help teach you how to do this, to help people do this, like, and then come together and share insights and to grow together like this. Like, this is not, this is not good if you're just listening to us, any of us, and not doing any of the spiritual work yourself. This is exactly what we want to have happen.
100%. And when things line up, even better, right? Like, beautiful. Yeah. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Yeah. Yeah, the validation that he mentions. Love that. Being validated by the Lord, kind of. That's a good feeling. Yeah. Nice one.
And as always, if you see weird typos like this, just assume it's the AI. It's not the individual. So we apologize if we're making the individual sound a little bit different here. It's just the AI doing its thing. Just be glad there's not a monkey in the background. So
Give it a couple of months, man, and we won't even need to do this podcast anymore. AI will do it for us. It'll just look like us, and it will
sound like us,
yeah, we won't need to do anything.
and I'll just do it every week. I'm like, oh, I'm assuming that's
It's already singing for us.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. There's so much gamma. The AI scans us. There's so much gamma and so much gay. How do I cope? That's a
I really
throwback
just
to
love
to
the
you, Mr. Commenter.
I really just love the fact that you've got a guy out here who is thinking about an aspect of the gospel that's not talked about very often, but it's something that obviously was important to him and touched him, and he's put in some time and effort to study it out and have a think about it. And that's just such a special and almost unique thing in today's day and age, whereas most of us seemingly are just waiting for somebody to feed us. You know, we're just sitting on a chair or looking at a phone or whatever, waiting for somebody else to tell us what's going on, waiting for someone else to tell us what they know or what they've decided or what their opinion is. And whilst it's really good to hear from other people and hear what their opinions are and that type of thing, nothing, like Micah, you were saying, nothing's ever going to replace those moments where you're thinking of something and you're having that interaction with the Spirit and with the doctrine, and the Lord can help teach you and lead you down the path. Nothing will ever replace that process. And even better, I've found in my personal life, and we found in this group, is that when you do that by yourself, it's great. And when you do that and share it with a group and get the group to also do the same thing and then share what they've learned, it's even greater. That's different. It's a different dynamic to having one person teach a group versus an entire group going away and studying something individually, having their own revelation, having their own experiences with the doctrine, and then coming together and sharing it. There's a power in that, where 2 or 3 are gathered together in the Lord's name, there his spirit will be also in the midst of them. There's something special about it and unique, in which a greater portion of the spirit, I feel, is present, and a greater understanding can be given. So this is fantastic. Highlights the importance, I think, as well, of doing it in both individually and collectively, but not just sitting around and waiting to be told by somebody their opinion.
Yeah. Teach me, feed me. The
Yeah.
Lord loves effort. The Lord loves effort, eh? You must,
Every week
these
at
days, you must
church.
really appreciate it.
Every week at church, I don't know about you guys, but every week at church, I hear somebody put little fingies up and say, "This week I watched the podcast by the.
Oh,
This
yeah.
week I watched my favorite podcast. I don't know if you guys saw it, but this week I watched my favorite." I hear
It's
that.
usually Halverson too.
Yeah, I hear that about 17 times every 10 minutes on
Yeah.
Sunday. Everybody's sitting around watching everybody else's opinion on the gospel. And whilst there's nothing wrong with people taking in what they believe to be gospel content, I would debate that certain types of those content are better than others. But anyway, it can't hold a candle to them putting their little fingies up and saying, "This week I studied this topic and my studies brought me to X, position.
You
This
know
is what I
what's,
learned when I studied this."
Yeah, and you know we've talked about this before, I'm sure, through the Come Follow Me stuff that we did, but just to add on to your point a little there, when you study, if you study like even if you're not gonna actually teach someone, even if you're not planning on having a lesson or doing it, anything, if you study though, like you need to tell someone else the information, if you study like you're going to do a talk or a lesson or whatever, I've noticed, man, you get so much more out of it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like because I don't know, I'm lazy by default. Like I'm very, very apathetic. I'm very lazy. I'll just be honest. But if I have to do a talk in church, if I know I'm going to teach a lesson or whatever, man, the amount that I get out of that personally, just because I know that I need to impart information to other people, is so much more. So, and it can be kind of an awkward thing to do if you know you're not going to do anything with you're not teaching anything. But if you prepare a talk kind of as your study, oh man, you get so much out of it. So yeah, anyway, just a bit of a add on there.
If you like learn something from anything I've shared, God bless you. That's awesome. But please, for the love of
it
everything
yourself.
holy, do not ever say at anywhere, "Oh, I was listening to this podcast," or "Oh, I was listening to this scholar," or "Oh, I listening to this guy." No, please, for the love of everything holy, just say, "I learned something that I know to be true, and this is it." And if someone says, "Where did you learn that? Like, where did you get that?" Fine. Then be like, "Hey, this idiot in the wilderness over here." But like, don't preface things like that. I was listening to my favorite podcast.
You know what? Take things like if we or others say, and then go and study it for yourself. Go do that. Go and say, I listened to something and then I went and studied it, and got this and this and this out of it and realized this and this, and do that. Don't even use us or anyone else as the reference. Use the scriptures and the teachings of the presidents as a reference,
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good call.
Yeah.
Makes you
yeah.
wonder how many other like priest crafters would say that. I imagine them being more like, yeah, come and listen to me and
subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Us.
Venmo me some money and make sure to share it with
Super
everyone.
chats.
Yeah. Crazy.
Like and share and
Hey,
subscribe.
Thanks for the donation. Yes, I can talk about that.
That is such an
Anyway.
intelligent question.
Questions. Baby's got a question. Have you got a question? Well, here's a place to get it answer. It's the question of the week.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
know.
Love it.
This
Question
happened.
of the
What
week.
is love?
This happened during the general conference, the thread when we were talking live. I don't know if we can answer it better than this. Katya asks, "What is love?" And Danny responds, "Baby, don't hurt me."
Don't hurt me no more.
That is love.
That is love.
Classic. And the beauty of the conference chat is that it is like rapid fire because everybody's live, and so you do have a chance to get in there and throw something like that in and then keep moving. It's so good.
Hilarious.
What
But
is love?
What is love? Hey, but it's a great question because with all of this talk of love this weekend, this might as well have been an answer. This might as well, because this is important. Speaking of what we just went over, study these things out yourself. Garrett, what is love according to how the Lord defines it? That's important to go figure out. Not how some podcaster, go read the scriptures and go figure out what love is. Because I'll tell you what, every prophet of God, every man of God, every woman of God has been accused of not loving. From Nephi to Jeremiah, every one of them has been accused of not loving and being, harsh and bull. Every one of them.
Yeah.
But you got to go figure out what it is. Go figure out what it is because, baby, don't hurt me.
True that. Love that. Love that.
Well, I
that
think
point.
leading on from the earlier rant, I feel like that's probably what Katya was talking about. Everyone's talking about love, but what are we actually talking about? What is love?
Define
And
it.
what it is baby, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me. No more.
Super good.
I
Super duper good.
love that though. Like all the prophets ever have been accused of not loving enough. Yeah, that's such a good point. So it's like yeah, learn what it actually is. Define it before you show it.
Very first thing Abinadab I got accused of too. Every one of them got brought before the priests, and the very first thing they did is it not written that how beautiful are the feet of those that declare good tidings and joy and happiness? What are you doing? Like, I thought we're supposed to be declaring good tidings and joy and happiness. Like, what are you doing here, Abinadab, being like, you're all gonna die and you're gonna be led forth as a dumbass? Like, this seems pretty harsh and pretty aggressive, Abinadab. Like, what's wrong with you? And so every one of them has been accused of that. Every one of them.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. My wife just hears me just sing that out of nowhere for no reason, and she's like, "What's going on?" Yeah. Like, are you broken?
I was not anymore.
Here's a good one. Ready?
Tune in to Channel Free, Channel Free Brothers for this week's headlines. Channel Free. With your anchors Topher, Micah, and Evan. Get your week's headlines. Channel Free.
Welcome, Channel 3, brother.
That's so good. So good.
I'm glad we're enjoying this.
All right, I'll read these because I haven't done much yet.
Do it.
Yeah.
This week's headlines, people. Easter celebrated. Team Bunny or Team Christ? Americans everywhere confidently choose both just to be safe. I know who I place my salvation in. The bunny. Give me those sweet, sweet eggs of resurrection.
Hedge and bets with one egg at a time.
Yeah. Oh, no joke, man. I mean, it is true though. Like there's a bit of both going on all over the place. But you know what's crazy is like my don't know how much I want to say about this. My some of my family, some of my like related family, like they still have their kids believing there's an Easter bunny, and the kids are getting older. I'm like, what is happening? Like, what are you doing? You know, getting your kids to believe that like nonsense, and just that's just silly fun. You know, when you should be focusing on like, you know, making sure your kids believe in Jesus. Do you know what I mean? Anyway.
I for the very first time ever, I was introduced to something that I didn't even know was now taking place on Easter. Ashley told me about it, where because anyway, where it's actually they're making it more like Christmas, where there's actually gift giving, wrapping of gifts. There's actually like a basket in some cases where they'll give like full blown gifts and stuff. That never like at least in America when I was growing up, that was never a thing. That was
Mm.
never a thing. And so it's crazy to me how the steps are always the same. When we creep in with the idolatry of priestcraft secret combinations, it's always the same order, it's always the same things. And it's like I don't understand what like how we constantly take this free gift from the Savior and turn it into material gift giving. I just, I just don't get it. It's always the case. It's always the case. And the more that we can get away from that into what Christ actually taught, where it's like, go help the beggar on the street, go help somebody in need, go actually do some like service versus just making everything. And brothers and sisters, man, we are raising generations of people that are so egocentric and nihilistic and just narcissistic at the same time. I don't know how we're gonna be able to deal with these kids, and it's not their fault. Like this is insane. Like very rarely being taught to think about someone other than themselves, just constantly just getting the next dopamine hit, getting the next reel, getting the next thing. Um, I just hope that I hope that some of us can just break away from some of this stuff because as if you can tell, this is tongue in cheek, right? Choosing both sides, you actually choose one side. Like there is no skirting the line on this one. If you try to choose both sides, you actually choose one side, right? That's what we get with the Saltus Laws. It's savor by mixture. So I love my Savior. I'm grateful for Easter weekend. I don't know why I have an Easter bunny shoved in my face everywhere. I don't understand it, but here we are.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you all know that if you stumble, if your little chicklins still believe in the Easter bunny and they stumble across me, man, it's all free game with me, buddy. I have no problem crushing hopes and dreams. I have.
All these kids crying around my room.
You believe in
And now
Santa?
and then he's gonna tell me Santa's not real too.
Yeah. Hmm. It's funny that you would say that. Let me
The tooth fairy? Tell me the tooth fairy's real.
tell me something's real. You know what's crazy? I'll tell you what's crazy about this. My son, I've never taught my son this before. I've never taught him this. I was talking to Kaylin and she was asking about some of these things like the Easter bunny. And I said the Easter bunny's not real. And if we lied to you about that, and I was talking to Kaylin, my daughter, and I said, if we lied to you about that and made that up, like what would you be able to trust your parents anymore about other stuff? And my son, who was sitting there, who I've not had this conversation with, right, says, yeah, and would we be able to trust you about Jesus? And I went, bingo, and there it is. And that I have not explained that to you yet. And he had already, at the age of 10, made that connection, where it was
Good
like,
boy.
well, yeah, I can trust Papa on Jesus because he's not lying to me. I might want him to stop talking. I might want to kill him sometimes, which is standard.
Which is a
procedure.
whole different point. It's a
Whole
entire.
and justified, completely justified. But he's not lying to me. And when I go out, we had this conversation. I believe me and Topher had this conversation in the doing the podcast where it was like, what do we want to be remembered as? And it's like that's one of those things where it's like, when I die, it's like, son, above anything else, am I a liar? No. Jesus is the Christ. This is Joseph Smith. This is prophet, and know more than anything that I know that. Like if the more than anything, I want that testimony to mean something on the way out. So.
Yep. Yeah, I just the other day, it was probably over Easter actually. Because my daughter is 6, super impressionable, super sweet, super sassy now though. Like she's getting a bit of sass in her. But and I was thinking I really want to drill this into my kids, and so she's the only one that will understand right now what I'm talking about. So I said to her over the weekend, I said, "Hey, Blakey," I said, "I just want you to remember this. 3 things I love. I love your mother. I love you. I love you and your siblings, and I love Jesus. And I just want you to remember that. You know what I mean? Like above all the things, because I'm a lot of things, but I need you to understand that. You know. So just trying to drill it into her from a young age. There's very little that's actually important. You know, very little that's actually important in life outside of Jesus and your own family. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway.
I had literally that same conversation with my kid as well when they were talking about love. Because they were starting to like say they love everything. Like, oh, I
Oh
love
yeah.
our house, I love our road, I love this, I love that. And I was like, I don't. I like those things, but I don't love those things like
Mm.
this. And yeah, they were going through the whole list. They were like, but do you love us? And I was like, yes. Do you love Jesus? Yes. And they actually, this is funny, they actually got to Ammon and Topher. They were like, do you love Ammon and Topher? And I was like,
Yeah.
so gay for
Nah,
Ammon and
yeah.
Topher. I love them.
I
They're the
like
best
them.
friends.
I tolerate them.
So they know that. They know that in my life it's like Jesus, gospel, my family, and Ammon and Topher. That was the only other one that I had on the list.
That's
I
nice.
I like you.
And yeah, so that's what they were starting to do. Okay,
Yeah, nice.
I really like the cat. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You can really like
That's again, definitions matter, right? Really,
correct.
definitions matter. Exactly. It's a good lesson. And leading into point number 2 here, LDS General Conference, we've already talked about this, turned into full-blown love fest. I love you. Everyone is love, 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 love. Record set for number of times same talk is given in one conference. We're setting records here, baby. Get the Guinness Book of Records out here.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Anything else to say on that?
Oh man,
I think yeah.
it was the same talk though. I'm just gonna say, like, dude, I don't know if you saw that, heard that in the post conference fireside, folks, but I went through and just read the names of the talks. It was insane. Like it was insane. It was like it sounded like it was all coming from the same talk. Like let alone just these were the names of the talks. So yeah, definitely a record. Definitely a record.
Mm.
Same number of talks given. It's definitely been a record.
It's got to be some kind of record.
Gotta be some kind of a record. It does make you wonder though, right? Like let's go on the assumption, and I think it's a correct assumption that people who speak at conference are going to be inspired to say what they say. So you do have to also think, well, maybe there is a serious lack of love, and I think there probably always is a serious lack of love, but that doesn't, again, going back to the original point, negate the fact that love can be defined incorrectly and that it doesn't just trump every other thing if used incorrectly, I suppose. So, but yeah, I mean, there probably is. I mean, maybe we do need a bit of love, but study about it, study it before you go harping on about it. Anyway,
Well, you know what the opposite of charity is, right? It's right there in the Book of Mormon, the beautiful Book of Mormon. Priestcraft. Right there in there. For the Lord commands, there is no priestcraft. Wherefore he commands that you should have charity. The opposite is that of priestcraft is charity. The giving away the act of giving away grace for grace out of the abundance of your heart versus how do I make money off of this? How do I get something for uno muno out of this?
Mm.
Mm.
So I guess all the talks on love really are talks against priestcraft if you think about it.
Yeah, boy.
But no one will want
That's
to
why there
think
were so
about
many.
that.
That's
No
why there
one,
were so many. I'm
no
sure
one
that's
wants
why
to
there were
buy
so
it.
many.
That's why.
Yeah.
Very good.
All
Next
right.
one.
Trump advisor compares him to Christ. Oh boy. Nation double checks it. Heard that right. Statement included saying no to Trump is like saying no to God, leaving even supporters blinking twice. I didn't actually catch this one. Is that what's her name? What's that lady's name?
That is
Um
that's a I believe a tiny hat
uh,
supporter. That is not.
uh is it that lady that does all the press conferences? Is it her or is it
No, I think this is just one of his big supporters who is connected to the Rothschilds and stuff.
hmm. Yeah, no, I didn't catch that, but that is crazy. It's been a wild week for Trump stuff, actually. I mean,
Paula White.
Paula White, I don't even know who that is. Uh, but that is wild. I mean, Trump's many things. I've in the past been. I mean, I'll still say I think Trump, for everything that he is, I still think he's probably still the best president America's ever had. I don't know. He's I don't know. I'm in a wild thing in my head about Trump now with all the things I'm learning about him and all But anyway, just saying that comparing him to Christ is wild because look at number 4 here. Might as well just mention this one while we're talking about him. Trump drops F bombs Easter morning while threatening Iran. Now, this one I did see. Easter message reportedly included resurrection, wrath, and open the straight energy because that's where he dropped the F. That was crazy. He needs to get off the social media man and let someone else manage it for him because he just goes buck wild on there, just raw, just chucks it straight in there. It's crazy. Um, yeah. So I don't know, man. Like he's old. He's old, but yeah. Anyway, comparing Trump to Christ is hilarious. And if she said that in full seriousness, that's crazy, honestly. But the funny thing is, Trump also gave an Easter message. So you've got this real like open the effing street. I'm gonna kill you all. Like that's what the message was. And then he's
And
got
then and then a praise
Easter
Allah.
yeah. It's like, geez, Louise, man. Yeah. And then but then he posted like a really nice Easter message as well. It's like, man, I don't even know what's going on. This is crazy.
It seems bipolar. It seems schizophrenic.
Yeah.
It's just and I understand like people say, oh well, Trump is just really into loyalty because now he's attacking other people, and it's like I get that. Like I get that. I'm an extremely loyal person. I get that. But like there's a line between like I'm loyal, and when someone stabs me in the back, I go, I didn't see that coming. I don't know why this happened. Like I don't know why they are this way. I don't go, well, Eminence over were always stupid. I always, low IQ idiots. I don't even know why I hung around with them. Like, why are you, why? That can't be true. If that's true, that's like, are you thinking that about everyone you're hanging around now? Like,
Yeah, can I
it's
trust
just,
anything that you're recommending or saying about anyone? Because he'll put up people on a pedestal and put people up for elections and then he'll turn around and go, "Oh, that guy was always the absolute
Mm,
worst trash human ever." And you're like, "Well, if that's the way you play, then that just means that no one can ever trust anything that you say about anyone or anything. Simple. All right, cool. Well, you've just disqualified yourself from being any kind of source of truth or trust. Done."
correct. It's fine to say, like, this person changed. Like, I supported them,
Yeah.
but they change and where they are now I don't like, and I don't like for these reasons. That's not the same thing. Like he will burn bridges to like the day they were born, like they were always like this, and
mm,
they're low IQ and blah blah blah, and it's just like I don't understand this. I don't understand this. People have been very 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 hostile to for example Ammon Topher and I, Zioner bus members, and for years very hostile. When you attack priestcraft correctly, you'll tend to get enemies, as Jesus showed us. For priestcraft, he was nailed to a cross. But we don't act like this. Like this is just not how we act. We aren't like, hey, this friend I had for 10 years that stabbed me in the back. You know what? I always hated him. You know what? He was always trash. It was like, I don't understand why people act like this. Where did this come from? Like, what spirit did you allow to enter you? Like, that's the attitude of a I don't know, somebody who has even a remote sense of the spirit of Christ.
It's
This just
dishonest.
this ain't it. Yeah, it's dishonest. This ain't it.
Isn't it interesting that Trump always, if you think about it, Trump always speaks like, I guess, what do you say, in absolutes? Like, it's always in like ultimates, like max, like he is,
Extremisms.
he's the extreme, like he's the best at what he does. He's the greatest in the world. Like he's like about himself as well. Like I'm the best. I'm the, it's going to be the biggest, best wall. It's going to be huge. It's going to be, and he's the best guy for the job. He's spectacular. He's amazing. Then like what you're saying, it goes the other way. Something goes wrong. He's the worst. He's absolutely despicable. He's like it's one or the other. It's never like anything in the middle. It's yeah, it's crazy. And that makes you go, well, it's always one side or the other. I don't believe either now. That's it. Like what am I to do with this?
Yeah,
Neither
I
are
don't.
true.
I don't think I'll vote again for the rest of my life. That's just not.
Mm,
That's a nice luxury to have. We're forced to vote over here.
Oh,
mm,
really?
Yeah, have
mhm.
to, or you get fined. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Fun
Welcome
times.
to Nazi Australia.
Well, I would probably I would probably vote if that was the case because that might cut in my brew fund, and so
Well, you. The thing is, most people vote by drawing,
They
male
donkey voted.
genitalia. They go in and they sign off that they voted, and then they just draw a picture on the vote ballot, which makes it a disqualification anyway. But it means that
Yeah.
they've done the duty.
Our brother Matt, he always says he does that because once
Yeah.
you've gone to the polling booths and like basically been ticked off, or it doesn't matter what happens after that. So
Mm.
yeah, yeah. If I
down there
was,
in
I'll tell you what,
Australia, they draw
I
in.
I will keep voting here because there's a party that I'd like to see win actually at this point in time, and
Oh,
I
cool.
would suggest if you're in Britain, I I hope you know which party you should be voting for right now because holy moly, there's a couple of ways out of this mess, and I don't think it'll happen. But anyway, you can try and make a difference.
Just quickly before we move on from like the Trump and
Nah,
politics side of things, no?
no, no, we're
No?
moving
No,
on.
All right. All right,
no,
carry on. The train has rolled out the
Cop,
station,
cop your own medicine.
and
No, go on.
today, no, we are moving on.
No, go on.
The only thing I was going to say on that is there's been, I'm sure you guys have felt the same way, but I just keep feeling like every time these people speak, I'm just being lied to. And I know that
Yeah.
sounds silly because it should always sort of feel like that, but I keep it's apparent that what they're saying, they're telling me the sun's shining when it's dark. And
Mm.
I'm so sick of it. I'm so done with it, man. Benjamin Netanyahu, Donald Trump, that entire administration, the DOJ, Pam Bondi, all those, you're fired, she's already gone.
Yeah, she got fired.
All
That was
those,
cool, actually.
yeah, I am so on my last tether with all that stuff, and I don't trust it. I don't believe it, and I the thing that scares me the most, I think, about all of that is I was hopeful initially some time ago that this would be an administration that would be a little bit different, and
Yeah.
I thought it would be an administration that I could support, and I can't. And that is I think that's the most depressing thing. I'm being lied to by the administration I thought I could have some kind of hope for. Not fully trust, because I trust Jesus, but an administration I thought I could put some kind of reliance into to do what is right and give
It
the true
seemed that way.
message.
Mm.
I thought it was going to be that way to an extent, and it's literally been the exact opposite of that because I see them telling me it's shining when it's dark outside, and I'm so done. I'm so done with it. So I'm ready to friggin' tear this whole administration a new one. If
And you know what I'm sick of as well, on top of that, is that anytime anything happens, the people get blamed. Like we're all
Mm,
the problem. You know what I mean? Like it's
mm,
all us. It's never the politicians. It's never Trump. It's never the blah blah blah. It's us doing whatever we're doing. You know,
Oh,
that's
really?
the problem.
Those idiots are still caring about the Epstein file?
Yeah,
Like
you
those
guys want it?
low
yeah,
Yeah,
IQ,
you want it?
you
Yeah,
low
like
yeah,
IQ people still care about that?
yeah,
yeah.
crazy.
Um,
It's on my desk. I'm looking at it right now. Didn't you say that it was on your desk and you're looking at it? Yeah. I mean, I did. Just didn't get to it.
Yeah. And in Australia, right now we got the fuel crisis going on here. And our
I
Prime
heard that the
Minister, he
strait
spoke.
closed again, by the way.
Oh, good.
So, so
Great.
the I heard
I
that
can't wait for our
the
fuel prices to go up, even though we don't get our fuel from the Strait of Hormuz. So that'd be great.
I
Thanks
heard
That's
that
great.
for that.
I heard that since the ceasefire that Israel bombed Lebanon or something, and then Iran went right back to closing the strait. So that's what I
Just
heard.
just just doing what they do best. Mwah. Right on
Israel's not going to
schedule.
be happy until Iran doesn't exist, and they don't give a damn what they have to burn down in order to make that happen.
Trump's
And
already
guess what,
gone.
gang?
Yeah, they don't care.
Where what's getting burnt down. So they do not give a rip. They don't give a rip. They only care about themselves,
Yeah, man. I
their
did
own
not
agenda.
I did not have this on my bingo card, this whole thing.
Mm.
This was not on my bingo card for 2026, I'll tell you that. So, oh man, what a way to turn everything on its head. Crazy. But yeah, but in Australia right now, our Prime Minister, man, he gets up and he says some, useless information about the fuel crisis or whatever. But essentially, all the fuel problems are like we're demanding too much fuel. We're blah blah blah. It's like we're just living our lives, mate. Like, and this is one part of it, like just one part of it. But like, it's always the people's fault somehow. And yeah, and like Alan said, I'm sick of it too. I'm sick of this. And I also feel I'm sick of feeling helpless to do anything about anything. Like, but then I always have to take a step back, look at the macro, and go, you know what?
The Dow Jones is up.
But the Dow Jones is up, so
The
I'm
Dow Jones.
just constantly happy about that. That really makes me feel better. But I
Mm.
take a I
Bring it
take a
back,
step
put it back
back.
into perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you got to put it. Yeah, just like seriously, put it in perspective. And I go, look, I know what time period we're living in. I know what's going on, and I just got to ride this wave, remain righteous, and ride this wave through whatever this is, and just let it. Like I can't affect it. I'll try and affect anything I can, but I can't really in any instance here. I'll just ride this wave with as righteous as I can be, and I know where it's going. So that's probably all we can do.
I've never seen such a switch in an administration of its supporter
Yeah,
base in my life. It's been insane.
and
It's
it's been
just
really hard
crazy.
to. I can't accept it. Like I don't want to believe it, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to
Hmm.
believe it. I keep giving him the benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt, benefit of the doubt.
So
And then
this
it's like,
this this latest thing, which isn't in the week of the news, weekly news this week, but he just came out and just attacked Candace Tucker. Like he just came out and attacked like Alex Jones. He's this close to attacking Theo, to attacking Joe Rogan, to attacking
do you see
like
Mm.
Theo's rant? Do you see Theo's rant, by
oh
the way,
yeah,
on Joe
yeah.
Rogan? That was good.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Incredible.
that was real good.
But it's
Yeah,
like
go Theo.
that's our generation and younger. That's all of us. And he doesn't get that. Like, and what's so crazy is this switch where it was just like all of these neocons and older people were just like, I hate Trump. And all the young people were like, this is the guy who's gonna finally win back the inheritance that the boomers sold of ours. Like, this is the guy who's gonna get it back, what was our inheritance that was sold and thrown at the feet of the boomers. This is gonna be the guy. And within the course of his being Trump, he has literally thrown all those people under the bus, all those other people on the
It
bus, and
seemed like
now
he started to, and
and
then
now he's
just went,
got
actually, hang on.
Levin.
Now that I've
Yeah, he's
and
got
then
Levin. He's got freaking Ben Shapiro. He's got Glenn Beck. He's got literally all the people who were never Trump shoving Cheetos on their face. Those are now the people that are on him. Hey, I got news for you. Those people couldn't get multiple people elected president. By the way, they couldn't. They
Mm.
couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. Trump got elected. We're going to get absolutely the conservatives here in the United States are going to get absolutely murdered in the midterms. It will actually be a blue wave here. because no one's showing up. Anyone our age and younger, which is what won it for them last time, they're not showing up. And but yeah, it's I've
Oh,
never seen
just
such a switch, and no one cares. Like
Mm.
no one cares. Like just so long the boomers, just so long as they have their Kung Pao chicken, their 401k, like all the joke is, oh, just as long as the Dow's up. These boomers literally like that's it. They don't care if babies are being sacrificed. They don't care if there's child molester. Like they just don't care. Can the economy, can everything just be stable enough that I can enjoy my Kung Pao chicken
yeah.
and my
Does that affect
lifestyle
my
until I die?
retirement? Yeah.
Yes.
Does it affect my retirement?
That's
Nah,
it.
cool. I don't care. Do what you got to do to keep my Dow up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dow it up, baby.
it's insane. It's just sick.
Hang on,
and
the kids
insane.
need to go to war for this. Yep, send them.
Send them in
Exactly
as long
right.
as my Dow stays up. Yeah.
That's insane. That's insane. I'll tell you what. This is what's so insane. If millennials were a little bit older and this draft thing came up and it was our children, we would be the ones up in arms. We would be, because we care about our kids enough. When this draft stuff started happening, all this stuff started happening, not one bleeping boomer came out aggressively against it in the media. Not one. It was all silence and crickets. It's insane the contempt that boomers have for their kids, and how much they just want their life to continue on the way it is. It's insane. The millennials would stick up for their kids. We would not be okay
Oh,
with
yeah.
this.
Yeah. I'd sacrifice myself in any way for my kids before I
Same.
have them
That's
experience
exactly
any.
right.
Yeah. And it's not the same way for the boomers, isn't it funny? Yeah.
Nope. Throw them in old folks' home, man. That's their mentality.
You guys don't work hard enough. Stop buying avocado on toast and work harder. And I don't care if you die.
That's exactly right. That's exactly
Yeah.
right. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Obviously, there's exceptions. We're talking generally here, but it's an insane generation, a mark
Yep.
generation, if you will. All right, Topher, last one.
All right, last one. The bullet fragment still can't be linked to Tyler Robinson's gun. No kidding. You don't say. Isn't that funny? FBI scrambles for an explanation. Yeah, well, I'd like to see what it is. So I haven't heard much. I haven't heard much about. I heard this headline. I haven't heard much about the detail of it. I'm not surprised at all. It just makes me wonder how this. Like, I just don't understand how this got this far, and now it's almost like
so you didn't hear.
no. Well,
The,
like it's like.
the defense attorneys hid this information. And
So,
people are now
it's crazy.
saying,
They
wait,
should
wait,
go to prison for that.
wait. So you're telling me that you had this sitting in the bag, that you had information that exonerated the defendant that you're apparently defending, and you decided not to release it? And now people
That's
are trying
crazy.
to. Mm-hmm.
What? So do you know what the current is on it then? Like, are they like?
They the bullet fragment, they've done multiple analysis on it, and it came back at best inconclusive. It could not be matched to the gun, so it's inconclusive. So he cannot the bullet cannot be positively in any way linked to that gun.
Wow. So, I mean, Tyler Robinson's free to go, surely at that point. Like, what the heck? And you know what's crazy about that? If that happens, right? Everyone was so. Just think about like the villainization on him, right? Like, I'll admit too. Like, I'm like, you can't wait to just jump on someone when you find it, you think they're the villain. I was never really in for this narrative, to be honest, but everyone jumps on him, right? And like he's been slandered and hammered and whatever. And if it turns out that this was never true, that is wild because man, they were so sure.
Dude's
They were
life,
so
yeah,
sure.
dude's life is over.
Yeah.
Absolutely over.
Yeah. And but I don't know, anyone with half a brain never really bought it. So I just really want to see what happens. What do they do? Because what's the alternative story? What's the alternative?
Alternative story is just like they did in the Las Vegas shooting.
They just shut it down. They
We
just
just-
whitewash it.
We just forget about it. There's another
Mhm.
the
There's
Strait of
another one.
Hormuz
Yep.
opens up for a minute and then we forget about it. Yeah.
The Las Vegas shooter, that whole thing is insane.
Yeah.
What
The guy
what
apparently had to shoot 1 billion bullets by himself.
it's like utterly impossible. It's insane. No one even talks about it anymore. It's like it never
You know what's
happened.
crazy? This is a bit off the topic, but it's still on the topic kind of. I'm not even sure why, but Do you know the Port Arthur massacre? Have you ever heard of that, Micah? You probably don't learn about our history in Australia. So, you know how Australia, we have really strict gun laws,
Mhm.
like really strict. Like we can't just go get a gun and whatever. Like it's very, very like Ammon and myself have guns, but it's very, very, very hard to get them and to keep them. They don't want to make it easy. And so this all stems back to, and I forget what year it was, but it was like I was either very, very
1997.
young. There you go. So what was I? Not even,
You're older
I'm
than
bad
me.
at math. Yeah. So 84, 97, whatever that is. So it's,
13?
oh, fuck, 13. Yeah. So remember this ages ago. There was a massacre. They call it the Port Arthur massacre. And I think it was in Tasmania. Is that
Tasmania.
where it was? Tasmania.
Mhm.
So of all places in Australia, Tasmania.
I have
And
heard about this because Lisa
yeah,
talked
yeah.
about it.
So this is the biggest thing ever in Australian history, and this is because of this. This was the cause of the gun buyback and all the gun law changes in Australia. This is where they disarmed the population from this one massacre, and it's been for some reason it's been coming up in my thread, my feeds and things this week, weirdly, and on YouTube and stuff. And the crazy the narrative doesn't line up. Let's say that. So it's almost impossible for it to have been the way they said it was. There's all these witnesses who saw all sorts of things. Just none of it makes sense. And it just reminds me of this. And look at the change. Look at the things that happen because of it. And like just what they say, what the police say and what the media ends up putting out becomes narrative, no matter how insane or impossible it is. And that is so frustrating. And then look at the change that come off the back of it. Anyway, it kind of reminds me of this. It's just
And it'll never
impossible.
be
The
undone.
Vegas shooting,
Now
impossible.
it'll
Oh,
never be
yeah,
undone.
and people can because you're a conspiracy theorist. Oh, you think that you're a conspiracy theorist? Like, oh my goodness! Like, look at the breadth of information. Look at the breadth of proof and evidence. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But yeah, the Vegas shooting will just go down as some crazy thing that happened, and oh well, get the Dow up.
And you'll never get
Yeah,
your gun laws back.
we'll
That's
never
what's
get
so
our guns back.
crazy.
And to
Even
the
if they come
contrary,
out, they'll say
they keep tightening
Tasmania.
further.
Yeah, even if they come out and say everything that happened in Tasmania was a lie, and it doesn't matter.
It's still for the better. Yeah,
It's
still for
still
the
for the
better.
better, and
Yeah.
and it won't get undone. Yep,
Yep.
that's the world we live in.
And 99% of the boomers be like, yeah, get rid of the guns. I feel, want to feel safe. Need to have a good retirement. Like it's like, man, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
This-
we're just Goyim, man. We are literally cattle. We are, like the
And the
label
one
and the
place you're
title.
not- What's the one place you're not? The one place that us Goyim aren't? Video games. And it's the one place that they're like, you got to get rid of it. The one place where they could still be like, because it's not in media, it's not in the movies anymore. Because I'll tell you what, if you look like this
Oh, yeah.
and you believe what we believe, you're the villain. You're the villain, buddy, always. And so like, the only last place where you can be the good guy, it's in some fantasy world somewhere in some game, and they're like, got to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Gotta.
And but it's like, how apt is that definition? How apt is that label? The Goyim, your cattle. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, boy, like, are we not actually? And more and more I see, I'm just sitting in this slaughterhouse, surrounded on all sides, thinking I'm eating my whatever and living my life. And really, I am just a tiny little nothing in this huge machine that runs everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Joseph Smith said the same thing, and Brigham Young quoting him also the same thing. Not many of us are much better than the brute beast. We just want to eat, poop, and sleep. We just want to do those normal consumption things and not think much beyond that. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard to look around and just see cattle and be like, well, we're kind of acting like it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, we think we're so smart. We think we're so smart. And we're literally just the same at the end of the day. Yeah. Crazy.
You know what takes the edge off? This week, our sponsor. Not- Don't come after me, Pepsi. I have just a joke.
The
I appreciate the
Three
plug.
Brothers is no longer able to be aired. We've been sued by Pepsi.
For pretending to
Channel-
promote them. Channel 3, brother.
Channel 3
Take it off
brothers
the air.
shut down this week. In this week's news, Channel 3 brothers.
All right. Well, you know what we need to
Uh,
do? I'll tell you what we need to do.
have a spiritual thought, maybe?
Spiritual, spiritual. Come on, let's get spiritual. Let's talk spiritual. Let me get your spiritual.
Spiritual.
Let me get your spiritual thought. Oh, spiritual, spiritual. Pump it down. Give me your spiritual thought. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. This is gonna take us right from the Epstein into the Celestine. Here we go.
It's funny how like the order that we do this in, like we really go this scrape at the bottom of the barrel on the worst stuff you can talk about, and then hike it right back up again.
We gotta bring
Uh,
this one back. We gotta bring this one back. All right, Toph, you want to read this one too?
okay. All right. So Second Nephi 33 verses 5 to 7. And it speaketh harshly against sin, according to the plainness of the truth. Wherefore, no man will be angry at the words which I have written, save he shall be of the spirit of the devil. I glory in plainness, I glory in truth, I glory in my Jesus, for he hath redeemed my soul from hell. I have charity for my people, and great faith in Christ, that I shall meet many souls spotless at his judgment seat. Very nice.
And
So
then we
my
have this quote from
Jesus.
President Oaks here as
Okay,
well. Is that
and
over?
so living worthily to meet Christ is no easy task. Well, yes, definitely. President Oaks. Is that from the most recent conference?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So is this the commitment in the middle?
No, this is the commitment at the bottom. This is just my words here that I wrote down. These are unfortunately mine, so they have no validity.
No validity. So I'll just read it. My Jesus speaks harshly, plainly in glorious truth. My Jesus, yeah. We glory in him, for he hath redeemed our souls from hell. I have this charity for my people and great faith in Christ. And though it is no easy task to live worthy to meet Christ, that is our goal. Zion or bust. Yes, amen. All right, so what's that commitment? Make the choice to truly be Zion or bust. Yep. As we sort of went through, you can't be one or the other. You can't be both. You can't be both, right? So make the choice to be one. And if you're going to be one, it's got to be Zion.
We got to figure out what that is too. So, the scriptures here, like when we're talking about we're going to hear a lot about my Jesus, right? That was given in a talk in general conference as well. But what are the surrounding verses? What is the my Jesus, right, to Nephi that he's talking about here, right? He's a man that speaks harshly against sin. So Christ does speak harshly against sin, right? He speaks in plainness and in truth. And that's the kind of man I want to be. I don't want it to be about what Micah thinks or what we all can have our preferences, right? Like I'm sure that Jesus has his preference for what kind of grape he likes, right? Like we all have our preferences, right? I like Diet Pepsi, somebody else likes Diet Coke, like I just don't care, right? But we have to be united on this. Like there is no negotiating this. There is no like, oh well, you can believe one way about the law of chastity, and I'll just believe another way. No, you just believe one way about this, and this what love means, and I'll just believe another thing. It's like, no, if you're not one, like you're gonna go with those that you're like, that you've made yourself one with. I want to be one with this one. This is the one I want to be one with. This guy.
Plain truth. Yes, I like that. Plain truth. I glory in plainness, I glory in truth. Plain truth. It can be that simple. Nice.
I don't.
So what was the Ammon's alive. He's probably
Been gone
half
for like
asleep,
a week.
zombie
Hey.
mode.
Okay.
Yeah, it's currently 5 a.m. in my brain, I think. So it's after coming back from overseas, I haven't adapted to the time change, and it's midnight here, which means it's about 4 or 5 a.m. where my brain thinks I am. So I'm not really here, but a beautiful thought, and I concur. I
And so
won't waffle on it.
the commitment again was to make the choice to truly be Zion or bust. Yeah,
It's not easy.
no,
It's not easy.
all in
And
though.
so We got to be all in on this, and so we can't be wishy washy on this, and it's going to involve some work on our part.
Yeah.
So make one choice like that this week. Make one choice like that when something comes up, and we're like, am I going to be Zion or bust, or I'm not? Let's make the choice be Zion or bust. At least one. At least one. Come on, can we make one? One good choice this week. How about that? When I was tempted. So just one thing where you're like, man, I was really tempted to sucker punch this guy in the face, but I didn't. I said I love you. Anything. Can we just get one Zion or bust moment this week? That's what I want. That's what we want. That's it.
All right. Who's closing this out?
You, Toph.
All right. We did it, people. How long was this one? Probably hour and a half. Not bad. Pretty getting longer. It's getting longer. Thank you, brothers and sisters. We hope you had a good time. We hope you learned something. And particularly if you accidentally clicked this and stuck around, well, kudos to you. You may have learned a thing or two. And we love that for you. And we have a great time doing this. And we appreciate you all sticking around and watching and hope you get something out of it, because we are your favorite brothers. We have a great time. We love you, brothers and sisters. Thanks. Remember, hit us up with some comments. We'll feature the good ones. We'll feature the good stuff in our podcast. We'd love to hear from you. Hope you got something out of it. We'll see you next